Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town, where you may notice we have stopped these boats here. These are the boats that travelled from this barn over to here, and I was just looking whether this can keep up, and it can't. It can't go to here. Let's go underground and let's have a look, see at the situation. Yeah, it looks as if it just can't. It's just not unpacking stuff quite fast enough. Where's there a... Oh yeah, because there's 3 outputs on each one, and the issue is that it's just not unpacking fast enough. I was going to say outpacking. That's what I was getting confused there. So this is actually going down. So it does need help from this barn. But the reason I was doing that was because I was looking at how to do this, because these aren't getting enough goods. That one's not. That one is. That one's not. And I think that is because of hang on, herb. Yeah, this one. This line is the one that's going to the center one. And it's not it's outputting fast enough, but it's not going fast enough. It's not working fast enough. I need more. And this is run out. This is run out. This is why I'm thinking I need more in here to package faster. Or maybe even more packages to get things going, because now we're outputting with essentially Omnipipe is a magic belt. So yeah, we're outputting with 4 belts, and we've got kind of 4 coming in, but not quite. And this here is running as fast as it can, obviously, but it is packing. It's kind of running out every now and then. Is there any way we can speed it up? Because this is just not outputting fast enough. Go away, Tooltip. Thank you. I wonder if just replacing it with magic belts would be better than the chutes. What do you think? Do you think magic belts would be better than the chutes? I don't think they would, because of the distance. I think this is fast enough for it. Maybe. I don't know. There is a real way to find out. Let's just do this. Boom. Let's do that. Then do a grabber there, then go. Let's see, now that was level with that one there, and that one there. No, got there well before. Okay, so the chutes are faster than the magic belts because of the distance. So chutes travel more for the further distance you go, but that has actually caused that to back up now. So now that is packaging as fast as it possibly can, packaging its little heart out, and it's just not enough to do that belt. I think it can package fast enough for like a grey belt, and that's about it. I did want to double check this here. That is still working. That is awesome. That is still working. That's good. That's very good. So essentially, we need more. We always need more. We need more of everything. Every single possible thing in existence we need more of. And I am going to provide more of everything for everyone. So what we're going to do very first is we're going to build out here. We're going to move that package there. We're going to copy it and put another one there. Okay. And then we are going to do... Come this way, please. Thank you. Like that. Like that. Grab. You no longer need to be packaging anything else. Okay. So in fact, I'm going to delete you. And yeah, that's going to lose me some goods, but no. Unpack. No, pack. Pack into crate. Pack into crate. You won with the crate. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do this. We are going to remove this here and this here. Again, I'm losing goods, I know, but I am fine with that. You are going to go like that, which means that this one coming along here will favour going into this one, and then when it backs up we'll go into this one, and this one coming along here will favour going to this one, and when it backs up we'll go into that one. Okay, then we've got this other line, which I suppose really I should put to the other side, because it's just not going to make sense being there. What I might do is just turn off that grabber for the moment and empty that line out. Then these are going to output onto here, and hopefully it's going to be enough to keep it going. I'm not confident. Not confident in that regard. But I think what I'm going to do is replace them. I know I just did the test there and chutes are faster, but I think I'm going to replace them with magic conveyor belts for the control. I feel as if you can control things better with magic conveyor belts than you can with chutes. Because with magic conveyor belts, things are exactly where you want to go. In fact, we could use omni pipes as well. I don't want to overdo it with the omni pipes. That's strange, but I don't want to overdo it with the omni pipes. I'd much rather overdo it with magic belts. Oh, what did I do that for? Oh, you idiot. Come this way. Right. And then come this way. Yeah, like that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. You're not going to go into the same place. In fact, you're not going to go anywhere near that far. Okay. You are going to go to there. And you are going to go to there. And as you might have guessed, this one's going to go to there. Can't do that because that berry is in the way. Let's flatten that berry down. We're going to go to there. Excuse me. No. It's blocked by what? Oh dear. Blocked by that wall. I guess. I don't know. We don't know. Try again. No, it's blocked by someone else. Blocked by what? Oh! I missed some chutes. You to there. Remove those. There. And then you to there. No. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. Bad. That way. Do it. Okay. I think that's good. Filter to be grain. Great. Oh, no, just grain. Don't think I need to filter that one, but I know I need to filter this one because it's got berries on it and stuff. So there we go. Right. Okay. Step one of gaining more corn. So you're getting 2 from there. Hopefully that can keep up. I'm not confident about the grain there. You don't have a great deal of grain either, but I'm hopeful that it will be enough to keep going. So that's now filling that bit up with even more than it had before. That's good. Very, very good. Okay, you are now out of storage. That makes sense. So I'm going to put one boat on deliver corn. No, one boat on deliver corn to there. Just the one. And see what happens. See whether that is enough to keep this going. Keep this topped up. Because it just needs the little tiny top up to keep going. I don't think it is. No, it isn't. No, it is. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we need 2 then. I'm here. You are to take corn, deliver to there, and I'm just going to split them up. Boom, go. Okay. And hopefully that's enough to keep that going. It doesn't look like it is, does it? Nope. No, it looks pretty bad. Okay, maybe this is all falling apart. Oh dear. Why is that centre one really down and the outside one's not? Oh, because the centre ones are only running on 6 and the outside ones are running on 3. You got 3, you got 3, you got 3, and you got 3. That's interesting. Oh no, it seems to be okay now. It seems to be catching up. Just needs a bit of time to go. Okay, and then you're struggling now. Then you seem okay. So we can get rid of 2 of these boats. It wasn't to save the boats there that I was thinking about. It was because I wanted to run an omni pipe from here up to here. I was thinking. Because we have this one here, and this one is being topped up from that there. But I think the problem here actually is that when you're getting the goods in, but you're not getting enough of the goods in. So yeah, maybe we will. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll do. I want to do a second omni pipe coming off here. Then I could just omni that to there and to there. Oh, that's tempting. Just omni underwater. Just go pipe to there, splitter. Go this way. Go that way. That is tempting. That is very, very tempting. Because you're the one that's actually running. If I upgrade you, and you dump. Does boats take 60 at a time? Is it? Is it 60 at a time? 2, 4, 6. Is it 80? They take 80 at a time. Oh, okay. And you're just not getting the goods in, are you? You're fine. The outside one is fine. Ah, that's because the outside one has got 3 inputs. And the centre one's only got 2. Hold on. So maybe I do need another omni pipe, but just for the centre one? Because you're the one struggling. The outside 2 seem okay, although you're not really producing anywhere near the amount of corn that I'd like. Let's do an omni pipe underground. Coming from this one. Going to all 3? I mean, I could do that. I could do that easily. We can do that, and that. And then put in a splitter there. Splitter there. And then that would feed all 3 of those separately. Just off the one line. It's not like having 3 lines come out like we have on top. So it's just a little supplemental add-on. To drain that down a bit faster. And then you're empty because, yeah, you're filling up because you're okay. That's fine. And maybe I don't need the 2 boats here. Maybe I do just need the 1. And that will be just enough to keep that topped off. Because the farms have seasons. They have when the corn's in, when the corn's out. So, not fantastic. You're struggling for fish. Why would you be struggling for fish? Like a very strange thing. Especially when they're both even. You're getting priority on output, aren't you? Yeah. Let's do that instead. And I'm getting priority on output now. Might speed up that kitchen as well because it might have enough. It might have been struggling for fish oil because it only had 1 source. Who knows? Who knows? And also, I can change this up now as well here. because we can do that, and that with a splitter there instead. Which is, I'm sure I had this looking similar to this a while ago, and then I changed it to be that other design. Yeah, so you're going to supply that fishery, you're going to supply that kitchen, sorry, fishery supply that kitchen, and this fishery is going to supply both. Okay, and then you're going to have more fish oil on you than you had before, which is awesome. Cool. And then you need fish oil. No, you don't need fish oil. Why am I inputting there? What are you making? Oh, you're making ointment. Ointment goes into there as a priority, and then from there ends up in there, which then goes out to via Omni pipes to the system, and that there. So I'm generally at the moment going over things just to make sure that this is working, that is working, the other is working, and everything does appear to be kind of working for us. You're full. You're still not full. You're getting better. You're now empty. You are actually filling up. Okay. You're full, you're full, you're full. You're good, you're good, you're good. You're good now making all the cheeses, which is awesome. You've got the cheeses, you've got the cheeses, you don't have the cooked chicken. Cooked chicken you're still struggling with? I think it is, isn't it? Which is weird, because the cooked chicken doesn't really take any more than anything else. Maybe I should move the cooked chicken over here and have it separately. There was, I can't remember who it was. Ooh, give me just a moment to see if I can find it on here. Can't see it now. Somebody mentioned in one of the comics that it's actually better to have multiple buildings. Oh yes, Majestix. Majesty6 said that yeah, so it's better to have multiple buildings than just put more people in a building because of how the speed boost and things work. That I understand, because it does. If you have two buildings doing the same thing, it's faster than one building with two people in it. But on the other side to that, because you can do boost with buildings and you can do input and outputs with multiple places and space wise, it kind of counters itself a little. So it's not perfect. Like here, I think taking the cooked chicken out would be a good idea, but rather than having like 6 buildings with cooked chicken in it, if you had one building with 5 workers in it, it would not be as fast, but because it's smaller and the logistics are easier, it would be better to do. So it's a bit weird to explain because there are pros and cons to both ways. If you're just looking for flat out speed and you're not worried about space, multiple buildings are the way to go. But the only drawback to that is that you then have to have the logistics for inputs and outputs. So, like I said, if you had 5 kitchens making cooked chicken, you've got to supply it with 5 different amounts of chicken and 5 amounts of fuel, which is awkward for the piping and the cabling and the conveyor belts. Whereas if you've got one building, you only have one input and one output, because the output is something else to do as well. So yeah, so it's a little difficult. But I think I am going to separate the cooked chicken out of here. I think we are going to do that. We'll separate that out because, as I've seen in some other places, it makes more sense to do that. So cooked chicken, boom, and then you are not going to have cooked chicken anymore. In fact, you can carry on cooking chicken till you run out of chicken. No, that one. Because the Omni pipe's above my head, I'm clicking on that. There we go. Right, so you're going to take chicken in. That's fine. You do now need to have... Why does it keep doing that? It's an odd thing. I don't know if you've noticed that as I'm building things here. Sometimes it'll... I'll press copy on there and it'll work, and then I'll press copy on here and it won't copy the building, it'll copy the thing behind it, or especially if I do like a copy of barn and then I go somewhere else, like over here somewhere, and it's probably not going to do it now, and I press copy, sometimes I get the barn still. I don't know why it does that. Weird. Very, very odd. But yeah. Right, so select recipe. So you don't want cooked chicken. You want bread and sandwich. Oh, bread and sandwich. Oops. Right. And then we want to go and have. I don't know if I need a fast one there or a slow one. Doesn't really matter. Like that. Boom. Probably be a metal conveyor belt. That'd be fine. See, like there, I moved over here and I've pressed copy, and I've got... Oh, that's the only part. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Ignore me. Ignore me. Ignore me. I know not what I speak of. There we go. But the other thing as well, with multiple buildings doing multiple things, it splits the workload. It's not this takes 4 seconds, that takes 3 seconds. When both of them are running, it's split 50-50. So if you had something in here that took 1 second to do, and then you had 2 of them, it would take 2 seconds to complete because it would do both at the same time. So having a separate building doing something dedicated like this will now only take 5 seconds to make cooked chicken. Whereas before, it was probably taking a bit longer than 5 seconds, ignoring the speed boost, because it had to make the bread and sandwiches as well. So, yeah. Whereas now it's not so bad. Now it's it seems to be keeping up, or it's just sort of losing the bread now. The bread is kind of dropping down, but it's not getting any. It's not getting enough chicken in at the moment because we're not cooking enough chicken. So we might need multiple chicken places. So yeah, there are numbers. There are many numbers, many ways of looking at the math to do this. You figure out, you know, you can ignore the speed boost because the speed boost should be the same for every building. Ignoring steam power. When it comes to happiness is global. So this building here is 725 because it's got plus 100% from plus 210 from happiness. That one is the same. It's got 210 from happiness. If the happiness goes up, then it will go up globally. So you don't have to worry about it. If you figured out the balance between a supply and demand, so you go, right, this I need this to have, like, I need 2 kitchens running at this speed in order to feed this one kitchen, and that will work fine. Then when the happiness goes up, your 2 kitchens with cooking the chicken will speed up as well to the same level that the consumption's being done. So they've all got together. So don't worry about that. All you got to do is figure it out on the actual speed here. The way I tend to do it is ignore the actual speed and just go, right, this takes 5 seconds to make. A sandwich takes 3 seconds to make. So you would need 3, 6, 9. You can make 3 sandwiches in 10 seconds, and you can make 2 chicken in 10 seconds. So, well, 3 sandwiches in 9 seconds actually. So you would need 2 kitchens to run it. That brings it down to 2.5 seconds because you're doubling the amount there, and it takes 3 seconds. So you'd have a little surplus of chicken to work. So why don't we do that? Why don't we do it? Why don't I put that into practice? I'm talking about it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. So if I was to move that to, say, there, and I was to copy that and paste it there like that, holding control to paste, put 5 workers in there. This is offset a little bit because we've got a steam boost here, but we're fine. We're fine with that. Don't worry. We don't think we have to worry about that. Now, no wagons are coming over here anymore, are they? So could put this on the floor technically, but I'm not going. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But we're going to build a bridge over it just in case. Copy. Well, there we go. Because they'll both output onto that one there, and because they don't do things very quickly, we don't have to worry about them. Because they do the things quickly. That makes no sense. Because they don't cook very quickly. It's taking them 5 seconds. Again, not a speed boost. They're not constantly outputting, so they're not going to chog up the lines and have problems there. This needs to come over and go there with the splitter. So we're getting that in there, that in there, blah, blah, blah. That'll work fine. Now I have no idea how I'm going to put in a bridge there. I don't think I can because of this here. So we're probably not going to. And I'm going to maybe regret that. I don't think anything has to come over here. I'm kind of cutting back on carts. We're moving to a conveyor belt society, so if anything does come over here for it, it's now stuffed and can't do it. So tough. Can I lower down that area there? No, I can't. Okay. You're now outputting chicken onto there. You're outputting chicken. You're full. You're actually full of chicken. Okay. So that line isn't fast enough to do it as well. You're actually full of chicken. That's why. That's why, because you're full of chicken. Which makes sense. Which makes sense. So we've now brought the chicken down to 2.5 seconds because we've doubled production. So you can half that. So we now have 2.5 seconds per cooked chicken. You need 3 seconds to make a sandwich. But because you're making the bread as well, it's actually lower than that. Because we're separating the load out, so it's 50% longer. Down to it's not. Don't think it's double the length. It might be, but I don't know. I suppose if you're working on 2 at once, and if one takes 1 second, it ends up taking 2 seconds for each one. So yeah, so I suppose yeah, when they're both working, that's taking 6 seconds instead. Again, ignoring all the speed modifiers. Hence why the bars are going up way quicker than that. But I hope that makes sense. I understand it in my head. I don't know if I'm explaining it very well. But essentially what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to figure out the numbers between production, you know, how long it takes to make something here, like 2 seconds to get a grain, and then consumption, so how long it takes to use up that goods, you can just use these numbers here and ignore all this here. In a general way, farms work way different than anything else, and I don't know why. Farms get bonuses to workers, whereas other buildings don't. Like here, 5 workers gives you 100%, but here 3 workers give me 200%. So every worker you add to a farm gives you plus 100%. I'm not sure why that is. There's probably a valid reason for it. I think because they're farms, I suppose. It's about the only reason I can think of there, but it's an exception to the rule. And these are the same. So anything that's a production building, by the looks of it, workers, anything that's a production building that takes things from the ground, like a fishery, a mine, a farm, gets 100% bonus to workers. Anything that's not, that's a production one, doesn't. It seems to get, well, it's 100% of 5 workers, which is 4, so it's 25% per worker added to it. Which makes sense, because if you go down to 1, you're getting no bonus. If you go to 2, you get 25, 50, 25, 100, 5 workers. 5 workers is max. So, I'm sure people could figure out the math there, but yeah, it's, yeah. In general, when it comes to production, look at the numbers here. Don't worry about your happiness boost. And I'm waffling because I'm kind of waiting for things to catch up. I said I was going to move this episode. I'm not now. But I'm kind of hoping some of these would catch up. This seems to be filling up. That isn't yet. This side isn't actually filling up, which is, I think that's just because we're now using a lot more wool than we were before. Although now these are filling up and things seem to be actually going a little bit better. So we're okay, I guess. We're good for leather. We have no leather in there. Do we have leather in here? We have some leather in there. Do we have leather in the carts? We don't. We have eggs. Why are we asking for eggs? Why are we asking for eggs? This is full. What's going on? Why would we have asked for eggs? If it's less than 100. Oh, okay. I guess we need to drop the egg thing down. Because that did not work. That clearly did not work. But less than 50. And I think the chicken one probably the same. In fact, they should all probably be less than 50 rather than less than 100. Because we've got more carts on the system now, so that's 82. That's not 50. Oh dear, I just linked something to something there. Unlink. There we go. Yeah, bring them all down, so that's a little bit better. Could we have more carts on this line? Because it added more carts to it. Yeah, they can pick up a lot more. So we might end up with carts just going around doing nothing for a while. Which is obviously not what we want. Not what we want at all. When do we get rid of that as well? What I want to do is spread these out a lot better. Get rid of that. Might add some logic in here somewhere to spread them out better. Put in a little timer gate. But that's probably going to have to wait till next episode, because this is now... Look at you've run out. That figures, so our milk's going to start suffering. You're struggling because I've added extra demand onto here without figuring out the supply. That centre one still doesn't have enough going to it. You don't. You're out. We need more corn. We need more corn. More corn. Maybe we could run these lines off somewhere. Or add extra packages here. Suppose that's a possibility. Doesn't look like we're unpackaging enough to warrant 3 lines, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see for next episode. But yeah, okay. So with that, we'll leave it, and we'll come back next time. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.